Just caught myself talking to God in a moment, an outburst. Why couldn't you have let me have my act together when I was in my 30s? Why couldn't you have let me have my act together when I was in my flippin' stinking 30s? $20 years ago. 21 years ago, I was 30. Had 3 little kids. Listen, I don't live with regret, and I'm fighting back tears, but I put this stuff out here so you can see real and raw emotion, stuff that we men got to deal with, and we help you to deal with it, but I'm having my moment again tonight. That 30-year-old version of me wouldn't recognize this 51-year-old version of me. I'm a completely different man. Dag, flippin', stinking nabbit. Why couldn't I have been this man when I was in my 30s and I had my wife and my kids with me? I'm never going to get that flippin' time back. I'm not going to get it back. I don't care what God does. And he's working miracles, and he's working on restoration, and he's going to make my latter greater than my former. I absolutely know it. I am guaranteed. But you know what he's not going to do? I'm not going to get that time back. My kids are grown. And I'm sitting here thinking, Lord, why in the world did you allow me? And I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying the stuff that I know now and I see now, the man that I am now. Why couldn't I have seen that in my late 20s at the earliest, early 30s, and been the flippin' stinking version I am now as a husband and a father? Game changer, life changing. But you let me be a flippin' stinking bonehead for 20 plus years. A selfish, arrogant, prideful, lazy jerk. And I ain't going to get that time back. I'm not going to get that time back. And yeah, I have my moments where I get mad at God and I cuss at God. But I get back up and I tell him, I trust you anyway. I'm going to worship you anyway. You love me with a perfect love, and you are working all things out for my good. But I ain't going to get that time back. I'm not going to get my... completely different life. And so, yeah, I'm excited about what's going to happen the next 50 years. Absolutely. God could make me live to be 100 and be healthy and fit, vibrant. What's life going to look like for me for the next 30 to 50 years? Don't live with regrets. You're going to have moments where you're going to remember. If you've grown up at all, you're going to remember. Hey, if I'm saying anything that resonates with you, dude, just call us. We got programs and ways to help. 970-366-2764 or faithfulman513 @gmail. But I just put these videos out when I'm in the moment. When I'm in the moment. And one thing I do is I watch the Outdoor Boys on YouTube. Love it, love it, love it. I like to hunt and fish. I like to camp. Didn't do it near enough as a bonehead man with my wife and children. but love to hunt and fish, camping. Ain't never got any big game. I've been out in the woods a couple times, seen some deer that we weren't allowed to shoot in that season or whatnot, so I never got any big game. That's the story of my life. Got me a bunch of squirrel. What else? I think that's it. Possum. Raccoon. There was a few years there where we were squirrel hunting a lot and just always had a great time squirrel hunting. Love to fish. I watch these outdoor boys. It's just a dad and a husband. He's a Mormon. And his 3 boys. Just growing up. Camping. And fishing. Survival skills. And it's mostly him and his boys. There's a lot of videos about him and his family on vacation. He goes to Alaska a lot. He's from Alaska. He's living in Alaska now. And it's what I want. But I'm never going to get that. I'm not going to have that. Maybe the Lord will let me have it with my older children and their spouses. But it's just a man. He ain't trying to please nobody. He's kind of a nerdy looking dude, but he's definitely a manly dude. And just loving his wife and kids. And he's, 14 million, 30 million views on his stuff. He's just, why couldn't I have been that man when I was in my 30s? But God's got a plan. God's got a plan. And he's making me that man. He's making me that man. And you know what? Part of being that man is having money. Having money. So, man, I guess I'll end on that thought. Quit blaming anybody else. Work on yourself. Be willing to admit that you're an idiot. You're a bonehead. You're a liar. You're lazy. You're lustful. You're a little kid. You ain't grown up. Whatever words you want to use to own up to your boneheadedness. And work on yourself. Quit blaming your parents. Quit blaming your daddy or your lack of daddy. Your mama or your lack of mama. Your school. Your peers. Your wife. Your society. Our government. Our president. Quit playing that game. Your pastor. Your church. Quit playing that game. It's a game you ain't never going to win. A game you can win is when you take full responsibility for yourself, dagnabbit. I'm telling you, that is game changer. That is life changing 101. You take ownership of your own stupidity and your own failures. Your marriage has failed because of you. It don't matter what your wife did. It failed because of you. Your life ain't where it needs to be because of you. You ain't got the money you want because of you. You ain't got the house and the things and the whatever you want because of you. You don't have the relationship with God because of you. And learn these lessons when your wife and children are still at home. Start making some money. God's given you a vision and a dream, and he wants you to pursue it. Pursue him. Pursue the dream as he gives you leadership. And watch him start blessing you and giving you direction. And you can start socking some money away. And then you'll start seeing some miracles. Hey, you're going to have to wait a few years. That is a biblical principle. I'm waiting 10 years. But I'm starting to see a glimpse of this abundance coming in. And when the money starts coming in and I can really help men and I'm coaching men and I got buildings and I'm getting men off the street and I'm actually making a difference in people's lives and the Lord's blessing me and I got money, guess what? I'm going to do a lot of vacations with my kids. I'm going to do a bunch of $1 million vacations with my kids. That's right, with my wife, and if she'll come, and she gonna get all turned on by me because I've changed, not because of her, not because of anybody else, because I decided I was an idiot and I quit being that way. And that's right. That's right. I'm gonna plan trips to Alaska where we're all on four-wheelers and snowmobiles and fishing and camping and having a great time. I'm gonna do Disneyland and Disney World vacations, and we're gonna travel the world. And guess what? That's okay for Christians, especially if you're out there making a difference. Because you know what? God wants us to make a difference in this world. He tells us to take care of the poor. He tells us to take care of the needy. He tells us to take care of the widows and the orphans. It's a mandate from Him. And guess what? It takes money to do it. So take the dreams and the visions. Own your own mistakes. Start walking with God. Let Him see how He can turn your life around. If you need help quicker, faster, and you're willing to invest some time and money, dagnabbit, I can give you some help. So you don't have to go through all that I've gone through. You don't have to. But you can. Reach back out to us, 970-366-2764 or faithfulman513 @gmail. And until we meet again, keep your eyes on Him.